My brother spent years making me feel small, weak, insignificant. He thought I'd never fight back, never speak up, never dare to expose him. But what he didn't know was that I had the one secret one he buried for a decade that could destroy his perfect little life. And when I finally revealed it, he didn't just lose everything. He lost everyone. Hi, my name is Olivia Hayes, 29 years old. Born and raised in Ohio. Most people say family is supposed to protect you, support you, stand with you through everything. But what if the person you needed protection from was your own brother? This is the story of how my older brother, Brandon Hayes, spent years bullying me, sabotaging me, and convincing everyone in our town that I was the problem child. It's also the story of how I uncovered a secret he thought he'd buried forever, and used it to destroy the perfect life he built on lies. A real Reddit-type story, raw, unfiltered, and yes, full of revenge. Growing up, Brandon was the golden child, the perfect son, the strata student, the star athlete, the charming talker. Everyone in town adored him, teachers, neighbors, even strangers who'd meet him once. And then there was me, the quiet girl, the shy one, the easy target. Mom always said, "Brandon's just teasing you, Olivia." But teasing doesn't leave you feeling worthless for years. He wasn't a brother. He was a storm that followed me everywhere. He'd accidentally break my things, blame me for things he did, twist my words until I looked crazy, and even convinced my parents I was jealous and unstable. When he became an adult, he didn't grow out of it. He just learned how to hide it better. When I turned 23, I was accepted into a competitive art program in New York. It was my dream, my escape. But a week before I was supposed to leave, the school emailed me saying, "We regret to inform you that your application has been withdrawn." Withdrawn? By who? After weeks of back and forth, a counselor quietly told me, "Your brother contacted the school. He said you were in treatment for behavioral issues." Behavioral issues I never had. My whole future gone because he didn't want me to embarrass the family by leaving, because he wanted to stay the golden child, while I stayed the failure. That night, I told myself, one day, I'll make him regret this. Over the next few years, Brandon built what looked like the perfect life, a high-paying job in finance, a beautiful wife. Emily, a big new home, a perfect reputation in town. Everyone worshipped him. Everyone except me. I stayed at a small job, lived in a small apartment, and kept quiet, on the outside at least. But inside, I was collecting everything, every slip, every inconsistency, every document, every rumor. I didn't know when, but I knew. One day, I'd use it. The truth didn't come through gossip. It came through a woman crying in a grocery store parking lot. I recognized her, Brandon's coworker, Haley. Brandon always talked about how unprofessional she was, how she couldn't keep up. But when I approached her, she whispered the words that changed everything. "He ruined my life." I asked her what she meant, and she hesitated till she realized the last name Hayes. That's when she broke and told me everything. Brandon had an affair with her, not a one-time thing, a full, emotional, 2-year-long relationship. He promised to leave his wife, promised to start a life with her, promised to support her when she found out she was pregnant, but when she told him, he didn't comfort her. He blackmailed her. He made her sign a non-disclosure agreement. He forced her to resign, and worst of all, he pushed her into a medical procedure she didn't want, and then disappeared like she never existed. I felt sick. My chest burned. This wasn't just a bad brother. This was a monster in a suit. Haley gave me one last thing. A USB drive. "Everything is in here," she whispered. Texts, emails, audio recordings. Proof. My hands shook. This could ruin him. She nodded. That's why he kept it hidden. I didn't know it yet. But that USB was about to become the weapon that changed everything. I spent an entire week going through the files. Everything was there, and more. Proof of insider trading emails about illegal financial moves, a private folder labeled "Eliminate Risk," containing voice messages threatening people, bank transactions involving accounts not under his name, messages begging Haley not to expose him, a spreadsheet with money that definitely wasn't legally earned. This wasn't just a family problem. This was criminal. My hands were shaking with every new file I opened. But with each new piece of evidence, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Power. True, terrifying power. For once in my life, my brother couldn't hurt me. But I could absolutely destroy him. I didn't rush. Revenge is best served slowly, Smartly, silently. Here were my steps. Step 1. Expose his affairs. I anonymously mailed screenshots and audio recordings to his wife, Emily, a small letter attached. He's not the man you think he is. She left him within 48 hours, took the kids, took the house, filed for divorce, with evidence that guaranteed she'd win. Brandon panicked. He called me crying, begging, blaming. I didn't answer. Step 2. Send fraud evidence to his job. I printed everything and sent it to the company's compliance department. He was fired the same day. Security escorted him out. He tried to sue. He failed. Step 3. Inform the Financial Crimes Unit insider trading, hidden accounts, illegal asset movement. The government doesn't ignore that. An investigation opened immediately. Step 4. Make the town see his real face. Everyone who thought he was perfect got an envelope in their mailbox. Not all the evidence just enough to break the mask he wore for 20 years. Church members, neighbors, his old teachers, even his gym buddies. The reactions were priceless. And Brandon, he had no idea who did it. He suspected everyone except me. He never even considered I could fight back. Remember the one secret he buried? The one he thought no one would ever find? It was in the oldest folder on that USB. A police report filed when he was 18, a hit-and-run covered up by our father, the family's shame. He'd gotten away with it because he was the golden child. Not anymore. I forwarded the report to the sheriff's office with evidence proving Brandon had admitted it in a voice message. That was enough to reopen the case. This was it. His perfect life over Brandon called me one last time. Broken, destroyed, begging like a child. Olivia, please, I'm your brother. I have nothing left, I answered finally. Now you know how it feels to be me, and I hung up. He lost. His marriage, his job, his income, his reputation, his friends, his freedom, his fake perfection, and I got my life back, the life he stole from me for years. And that, Reddit, is how the brother who thought I'd never fight back lost everything he built on lies. If you enjoyed this story, hit like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more real-life revenge stories.